Hey guys, Joe here, making yet another attempt to do my 75,000 mile update video on my Mustang. If you haven't seen my previous video, this is a 2014 Mustang GT Track Pack. It is sterling gray with the charcoal cloth interior. I bought this car because I knew that a Boss 302 was just a little bit too much car. It is a much more expensive car with not enough extra content to warrant it. This car has 80% of the same equipment that a Boss 302 has. It has the same cooling system, the same Torsen limited slip rear end in it, the same close ratio MT82 6-speed manual transmission in it. It has the 14-inch Brembo brakes in it. It originally came on Pirelli P0 MO spec tires, which for all the nerds out there, you guys probably already know that's the same compound that they use for the AMG Mercedes cars. Nice previous gen just went by. This car has been about as good as a new car can be for somebody. I'm actually very impressed with it. I've driven the 05 to 09s before I bought this car, and they didn't seem as well put together as this car is. Granted, they were a lot cheaper than this car. I remember when the 05s first came out, or when they were first floating around, you could easily get a GT for well under 30 grand. That's no longer the case. A loaded V6 is over 30 grand now. Fit and finish, no problems. I have noticed that I have a little bit of door wobble when the windows are down. Obviously the windows, when they go into their window tracks, provide a little bit of rigidity. I'm sure it's the same way on all the pillarless cars. I don't remember my Camaro ever doing that, but my Camaro was so rattly and it had a roll cage in it that it was not a fair comparison. Materials have lasted pretty well. I've had to replace the buttons on the steering wheel, and it actually happened very early in the car's life. For some reason, the letters were all wearing off, and they replaced them under warranty and have not had a problem since. I had to have new keys made for the car, not because they weren't working in the ignition, but because the receivers inside the key fobs were not working anymore. It wouldn't lock or unlock unless you pushed the button like 7 times. So under warranty, I got 2 brand new keys. What else? I've had the cam sensors replaced on the passenger side of the motor in an attempt to cure a no start problem that happened once, and then a random ghost miss that the car had for the first 50,000 miles. It's completely gone now, and in warmer weather it never did it anyway. Other than that, I've had to do nothing else unexpected. I've done the regular oil changes to it. They're expensive. It uses 5W50 full synthetic, but since I work for a car dealer then and now, it's fair. I never get away for less than 80 bucks, but for this type of car, for that type of oil, it uses 8.5 quarts. 80 bucks really isn't a terrible price. Brakes on this car, amazingly, with 75,000 miles, I still haven't had to do them. It's coming, I know it is, but I'm very conscious about where my feet are on the pedals, and I'm not saying that to be cocky or anything. I'm saying it because I only have half a left foot. Through reasons that we don't need to go into, I've had some injuries in the past that required a partial amputation of my left foot after I bought this car. Otherwise, I might not have bought a manual. But then again, I wouldn't have bought a sports car then. Since then, I noticed for the first few months after the surgery, I was leaving the left foot stump on the pedal a lot when I drove, mainly because I used to drive with the front of my feet, and since the surgery, I now drive with the middle and the back of the feet, so I don't pull my feet back as far, so they're on the pedals all the time, unless I'm conscious of it. So I'm thinking that has helped me keep from using the brakes too much. You know, you see people all the time that are accelerating and their brake lights are on, such as this Nissan Pathfinder in front of me has been doing for the last 2 stoplights. I know it's going to be about 500 bucks when the time comes because it is Brembo equipment. Although I'm going to put the EBC yellow pads on my car, and my friend is going to use, I think he said Wilwood on his, or whatever pad Wilwoods use, because he wants to see, I think they're Wilwoods, Do they make pads? I don't remember. Anyways, he's going to use a different brand, and we're going to see which one throws less dust, because tons of brake dust on these wheels. Actually, and you can look this up, the 2015 Mustang Performance Pack, which is what they renamed the Track Pack, had black wheels originally because of how much dust these brakes threw. That's also why the Shelby wheels, for the most part, are dark. As you can hear, I have a Roush Axleback exhaust system on this car. Was not factory. It has a different valence as well as exhaust tips. My choice. I wanted to do that. It's been lowered about 1.5 inches using the BMR lowering springs, and I painted the roof and put a Shelby wing on it. Other than that, I really haven't done anything mechanically to this car because I didn't want to muck with the warranty on it. As stated in my other videos, my main regrets on this car was I didn't get the Recaro seats. I'm still on the lookout, but they really haven't dropped in price that much. The last set I saw was $2,700 still on eBay, and I think I can get better pricing than that being an employee, because the dealership I work for, we do own 2 Ford stores, even though I'm at their Chevy store. So I'll have to check. Not really a big concern because I do drive long distance in the car, and being a bigger guy, I prefer the comfort over the body hugging, probably 85% of the time. Any other things about it? No, not really. It's been very good to me. I worked on it. Pretty much anything that wasn't under warranty I've done myself, such as when it came time to do the plugs and the cabin air filter and all that normal stuff. I'll do the brakes myself just because it's not worth paying somebody to do brakes if you know how. I did have to pay to do the suspension because the car needed to be aligned afterwards. Otherwise, I would have done it myself. Future plans for the car, I would like to supercharge it, but I still haven't found a daily driver yet. The dealership I work for, we take a lot of trades in, but there's just been nothing that was worth it to me to use as a daily driver. As soon as I find something and I can put this car to the side and only drive it 100 miles a week or so, then I will start worrying about doing any other upgrades to it. Will I ever sell this car? Not unless it's absolutely necessary, and I can't even really think of a time when it would be absolutely necessary to sell this vehicle. It is great in my opinion. I used to drive older IROCs, and I've had a few Fox bodies, and this has been, and it had to become this, because when you're charging $36,000, $37,000, $38,000 for a car, you have to make a complete vehicle. But this car is as good as any other daily driver car I've ever had before, even after I modified it. I can go on a 1,200 mile drive, which I've done a few times. I've driven this from Virginia to Minnesota and back twice. I can do that at the drop of a hat. I don't have to worry about it overheating because, again, it's got the Boss 302's radiator in it. I don't have to worry about it ever needing anything weird because it's just an American car. It's a Mustang. It's got a 5-liter V8 and a manual transmission. No stupid clutch packs or valve bodies to go bad. So I'm good there. Would I recommend this car to everybody? No, I definitely wouldn't. There's a very large number of the population that should not be in this type of a vehicle. There she blows. There's a reason why Toyota Camry is one of the best-selling sedans, why Ford Fusion is Ford's #1 selling car, why the pickup trucks are the #1 selling vehicles for pretty much every manufacturer that makes a pickup truck outside of Toyota and Nissan, because let's face it, that's not their main market. Yeah, it's great for me as an enthusiast. My father hates this car for a long distance drive. He thinks it rides too rough. I don't. My mother doesn't like the car because she tends to short shift it, and at 30, 35 miles an hour, if you're in 6th, it does reverberate through the car. She said putting the exhaust on it made it undrivable to her. Sorry. Other than that, it's been a great car. I hope to have it for the rest of my life if I can. Hopefully that's going to be a really long time. Oh, look out, a tree! No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to be doing a video on a diesel Colorado probably Monday, because today's Saturday. Tomorrow's video is going to be about the flea market and some things I picked up. And yeah, so I've got the next few days worth of videos planned out, and as I do them, I will put them up. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to subscribe, that'd be cool. Obviously, I only have 7 subscribers right now, so it's not like I'm setting the world on fire. But hey, the more people that know about it, pardon me, the better. You can thumbs down this video, but if you do, you will have to drive a Nissan Versa Note for the rest of your life, and not one with power windows. So, your choice, buddy.